Hello, welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy and I am here to start my weekly vlog for week 41 of 2022. Oh my gosh. So, it is Sunday night. It is just after 9 o'clock and I do have some fun things to update you on and some not so fun things. So, let's just get into it. But first off, before I start talking about the bookish things that happened this weekend, since I ended last week's vlog, let's do the quest calendar. So for my weekly vlogs, I have been playing Sundial Games quest calendar for 2022, The Gates of Terralon. So we were tasked by a world watcher to travel to all of these different worlds. Let me turn my light down a little bit here. There we go. To all of these different worlds, and then what we're doing is we're collecting gate shards. So the gate to the demon world shattered, and we are collecting these shards so we can reassemble the gate to the demon world, and then hopefully, I guess, save the universe. I'm not exactly quite sure what happens if we don't put the gate back together, but I don't know, something bad happens. So that is what we have been tasked to do. We are currently in a world that's like a snow-based world, and we have been playing our way through. So our character is Savani Moonchaser. She is a monk class and her race is feline, so she is a cat person. Alrighty, and then just a kind of a little blurb. So here is last Friday's. So all of our story text that I read is in this script font here. If there's mechanics information, it's usually in a squared aligned box, or a bordered box, I guess, and it's more like of a block style print. And then if there is, like this was an attack page, we attacked the snow demon. If there is an attack or some sort of combat that we have to worry about, there is a table listing out your rolls that you can do on there. But all of our information is on the back of the previous days. So this is where we ended up on Friday. We are going to a local town in this world. So we are here. Fro Ilgur. It's pretty. Okay, and then I just want to also throw out Saturdays and Sundays are combined in the calendar. So the city is made of buildings carved from ice. This frozen place appears lifeless. If it weren't for the few lights seen in the windows of buildings, you'd guess the city was abandoned. Alrighty, so we are probably going to explore the city here, and we are looking for the priestess because we have some questions for her. But we will just go in order. So the streets. You walk the streets of the city and see an occasional lit lantern, but mostly they are dark. You guess this is meant to keep resource costs lower in the city. There isn't a single town square or gathering place outside that you can see. You find a small tunnel with a staircase that winds down, and that is where you find the real streets of the city. They are all under the ice. Many people begin packing ice walls together to form houses and shops. Oh, began. Okay. Interesting. So they all live underground where it's warmer. That's cool. So, the Frenzied Frost Tavern and Inn. A warm bed in an otherwise frozen city. Pay 3 gold if you would like to take a rest. We are okay. We only have a couple damage. We have 2 damage. Otherwise, I think we're okay. Alrighty. And then the Prized Potion Portal. This quaint little shop adds a splash of color against the blue and white backdrop of the city made of ice. The owner has used colored waters to dye the ice around her shop, so it stands out with bright patterns on the street. So she is selling a health potion, holy water, potion of the wind, potion of the gods, greater health potion, Potion of Giant Strength, Potion of Fortitude, and Drought of Enrichment. So we've got 6 different potions that will add a d6 to any of our core stat rolls. And then we have the health potion and the greater health potion. I think we are stocked up on those, and I don't really use the other potions that we do have too much, so I'm not going to worry. We haven't used anything to replenish. The only thing I'm really looking for to purchase is rations. Alright, and then the final place here that we can visit is Betty Butcher's Blacksmith. A staunch female dwarf is busy at a forge. Even the heat of the forge is cooled by the freezing temperatures outside, so the dwarf works indoors. She can help improve your weapons for a price. Fortify is 30 gold, adds a +1 to all attack rolls, and Sharpen is also 30, and that adds a +1 to all damage rolls, and both have a max of +3. Okay, so I know that we have some of these before, and I have been saving my money to buy more of these stats upgrades. So I'm thinking that I want to do one of each if we have not maxed out. I think we can do one more on our damage, but let me just double check here. Yeah, our Fortify and our Strengthen are both, not Strengthen, Sharpen. Yep, our Fortify and our Sharpen are both at a +2, so we can do one more round of both of these. So I will just go ahead and pay the 60 gold, and we will get that added to our stuff. And that's not bad. We still have 43 gold left. Nope, we have more than that because I have not added in gold I have on another sticky note. That's also 52. So we are doing a-okay on gold here. Alrighty. So that is it for the quest calendar. Now, while I make these notes here, I'm just going to say it's now a -8. Let me just kind of look at our notes. I wrote notes so I knew what all I wanted to chat with you about today because I have a lot to talk about. So, I finally found, my local Walmart finally put out, I think it was probably Thursday night or Friday, the mass market new releases from the end of September. So I finally got my physical copy of Duke Most Wicked by Lenora Bell. This is the 3rd book in her Wallflowers and Rogues series. So I have the rest of the series, so I figured I'd also get this one. Plus it is a gorgeous red. I don't know why my camera's like trying to wash stuff out here. And then this was the story. I ended up finding this at a Safeway because I was running in to get some specific things I wanted to make overnight oats, and my Walmart didn't even have a place for this. I don't know how you would have Lenora Bell's but not Evilise. But I was able to find this in a big box store, so I'm finally happy that I have the 2nd book in her Last Chance Scoundrel series. Both of these did come out in the end of September, but I am very excited to read this one in particular. Otherwise, I'm trying not to buy too many books, but these both have been on my list for a while. So there is those. Now, if you watched last week's vlog, you know that I was struggling to get through the Fool and the Sparrow. I ended up not reading very much on Friday night, and I sped read / skimmed the last 40% on Saturday because I just wanted to get it over with. And I am gonna stick with a 2.5. I think honestly I should probably give it a 2-star, but I'm gonna go with 2.5 because 2-star just feels a little harsh to me. But I Yeah, they did. I was wanting it to be more fantastical because it was billed as a fantasy romance, and I don't know, I just didn't really feel the chemistry between them. Sometimes she was kind of immature, and just the conversation didn't, like, the dialogue didn't flow very well to me, and it just, I don't know, it just didn't draw me in at all. And they did eventually go back to the Arcana realm, and so I thought, okay, cool, it's getting good. And then it didn't. It just, I don't know, it didn't draw me in, and maybe that's kind of the mood I'm in, but I was like, I just need to finish this because I hate DNFing books, and yes, I should probably DNF books because now I'm feeling a little bit slumpy. And today is also the start of the Love in the Night readathon, but I have some books that I know will get me out of this reading slump on my TBR for that, so I just needed to get it over with, and I should have pushed myself to either skim the rest of it or just DNF it earlier, because it did take all week for me to get through this book, and I feel like it was smaller than it was. Like, I feel like the book was only like 180 pages, but it was over 300. So I don't know anymore, but 2.5 stars, but I finished it. For Fall in Love, I decided to use this for cozy cover because I love this cover. It is gorgeous. I love the way it feels tarot-esque without being like too on the nose. And so, I don't know. For me, this is a gorgeous cover. I don't know if it's necessarily cozy, but I didn't want to have to shift it to the second board already, so I just put it in that one. For Bang in the Night reading challenge, I used it for It's a Sign, which is a book that deals with tarot or astrology. And then for the Bang in the Night, their mini review templates for Instagram have, I have a hair right here, a spot for a theme song. This year I have been doing the theme songs by Frank Sinatra, but because he has such a massive discography, I am keeping it to the 5 reprise rarity volumes that were released in 2020 and 2021. So I decided to use The Game Is Over, because I feel like that's kind of the whole point between what they're doing, is they're stopping the end of this shadow government order, is what they called it. So I decided to do that one because I didn't really care, and I was like, yeah, sure, I guess that one sounds good. And then for the Color Me Romantic quarterly reading challenge, I use this for Olive, which is a character that is deceptive or sneaky, and she was a spy assassin type character. I guess she still technically is, but that is her character, so I did that. Now, I mentioned a while ago that there is someone, and I will link her website down below. Her name is, she goes by Busy. She is a crochet designer. If you've seen my previous vlogs, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but she designs a lot of different things, but I feel like her claim to fame, or her niche market, is mandala style blankets that are themed. And so she usually does a Christmas one that has various themes. And when I talked about her before, I showed a picture. She had The first one I participated in was a couple years ago, and it was Christmas Around the World. So each row, or a couple of rows, each section, I guess, of the blanket was inspired by a different Christmas custom or holiday custom around the world. Then the following year, this was 2020, she did each section was inspired by a different Christmas song, and that one was a dual pattern where she had a tree skirt and a blanket, and I started the tree skirt version. I still have it in my whip basket over here. I still need to finish that. I did not do last year's because I don't really get on Facebook anymore, and most of the group stuff and activities are held in the Facebook group. But I got a notification a little bit ago that her announcement post went up on her website that this year's theme was a gingerbread house, and the Crochet Along officially started October 1st, but I was not paying attention. I didn't get it in my calendar, and because I don't get on Facebook, I missed all of the lead up to the Crochet Along events. But because I had some catching up to do, and this week, instead of doing a new section every week, she's doing one section that's a little bit larger, but it will run for 2 weeks. But as the blanket gets larger, it takes longer. So she's hoping that she can kind of it sounds like do a little bit more during the first few releases, and then keep the amount the same as previous years for the later releases on the blanket. But instead of just having a week to finish it and feel on time, then you have 2 weeks. And not that you have to stay on time, but I know that some people get stressed if they aren't staying on time. So I finally got my yarn last week. It took me a while to kind of decide what colors I wanted to do and how I wanted to style it. And I, this weekend, started and have finished my beginning of the blanket. So I'm going to do some show and tell. So first off, these are the yarn colors I chose. And isn't that fun? I love it when you're crocheting out of the middle of a skein. I like to do the center pulls, and then it gets that hollow. And I love seeing how long it'll stay in that hollow. But anyway, that's just the little things that make me happy. So here is the beginning. And then this white it's called metallic. So it has one strand of a tinsel in it. So the white is kind of sparkly. And I went with this because I went with the lighter brown. This is a cafe latte, and this is Super Saver. I just went with the Super Saver yarn. Yes, it is a little stiff, and yes, it's not the softest yarn for blankets, but I feel like you can very easily soften it up. Plus, I needed a lot of yarn, so it's cheaper too. But this is the cafe latte color. This is just the light blue, and then this is Super Saver metallic in the white. But I just love that little bit of sparkle, so I went with a winter themed. So all of the candy sections are the blues because I want it to look kind of snowy, and then I'm leaving the icing as the metallic. But yeah, I'm super pleased with it. This is a Bavarian stitch, and what's fun is she's doing 2 simultaneous patterns for the most part. So the center is the same pattern for everybody. Obviously you can do whatever colors you want, and then so she's calling this the foundation center, and then this section here she calls foundation swirl number 1. So everybody has this in their patterns. And then where I did the jawbreakers, she had 2 different options. You can do a strictly if you want to, she has an icing one and a candy one. So the icing one has a different pattern for this section, and that one was a little more fillet, an extended fillet crochet. And then this is her candy one, and these are jawbreakers or gumdrops, whatever you want to call them. So I did that one because I liked the look of this a little bit more, and I'll probably switch them out. I'm not doing strictly the candy one. And then we had Foundation Swirl number 2. So it's kind of fun because everyone's blanket will be, I mean, they're all going to be different anyway, color wise, but different people are going to be able to pair the patterns differently. And so yeah, that is what I mainly worked on this weekend, and I'm super pleased with it, how it turned out. Now this is because of the ripple stitch. It is a little, you can see it is a little wavy, but that's just normal with the stitch. And once more of the blanket gets added, it will kind of, the weight will kind of help stretch it out. But I definitely messed up on a couple of places. There were some stitches I missed in the center, in the Bavarian stitch, that I kind of had to fudge, but obviously you can't tell. And then I realized after the fact I totally messed up the jawbreakers, where it's supposed to be single crochets around the chains, and I just, on the first one, I did double crochets for everything. So these sections here are supposed to be single crochets, just to make the little eye holes stand out a little bit more. But and then that also pulls the chain stitches up more to the top of the bobble stitches, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, there's this old Irish proverb that I heard a long time ago that says always, especially if you're making something, but I guess old Irish crocheters would always intentionally leave in one mistake in what they work, because it's believed that, like, you crochet with your heart and your soul, and not just crochet, but when you make things, you make them with your heart and your soul. And so you want to leave a mistake so that when you die, there's a spot in the project for that piece of yourself to escape and rejoin your soul in the afterlife. And while I don't necessarily believe in that, I like the idea of letting my soul, like, I mostly make things for people that I care about, but I do make a lot of stuff for charity. And just the idea that, I mean, do I really want some random person having a piece of my heart or a piece of my soul? So if it goes to someone who, like, won't treasure it, or I don't know, or something like that, I like the idea that if something happens to it, or if it gets destroyed, or if whatever I make, I don't know, that like that piece of my soul or my heart will come back to me if it's not like where it needs to be. If that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird about it, but so yeah, there's that. And the next update won't be till next Saturday, so I have a whole week to work on other things. Although I haven't really been crocheting much, but I do have a project that I need to get done before the 22nd of this month. So that will probably be what I work on in the evenings coming up. Although this coming week, like I mentioned, is the Love in the Night readathon. So I'm probably going to be focusing on reading as much as I can this week. But when I sit down to watch a couple of my weekly TV shows, I might just crochet that. But otherwise, that's really kind of all I have for you. I'm not currently reading anything. I really want to pick up No Rest for the Wicked by Kresley Cole as the first book for the readathon. And because I know I'm going to enjoy these books, and I can see myself going into an Immortals After Dark binge. So before I read this, I want to read, I'll probably pick up the group book second. So first I'm going to try tonight That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, which is book 1 in Kimberly Lemming's Mead Mishap series. This is technically a fantasy romance and not a paranormal romance, but I know at the very least it will work for new to me author and getting horny. So plus it was on my TBR for the readathon. But anyway, I will do all of my thoughts on the book for my readathon vlog, and I'll just kind of touch base on like what I'm reading, and then the other reading challenges that I'm participating in, what prompts I'm using it for. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, that's everything I have. I hope you have a great week, and I'm looking for some cooler weather. It's supposed to kind of heat back up after it cooled down a lot last week, but we'll see. It's kind of starting to actually feel like fall here in northern Colorado, and I'm very excited for that. So I'll see you all very soon. Happy Monday. It is 10 o'clock. I was going to take a shower and get ready for bed and realized I have not filmed my clip for the day. I did actually start that time I got drunk and saved a demon last night. I am 37% of the way through. But like I mentioned in last night's clip, the clip you just saw, I am going to save most of my discussions about the books itself this week for my Love in the Night readathon vlog. So that will be up this coming Saturday. Let me see when this is supposed to come out. Yes, it should be up this weekend. So stay tuned for that if you want to know more. But yeah, for the most part, I am enjoying it so far. I will say that. So let's just do the quest calendar so I can get to it. So yesterday we entered the town of Fro-Ilger, and we were able to do some shopping a little bit. I'm assuming today we're going to get a job board or more chances to explore the city. Okay, it looks like, yep, today is the job board. So we'll get a chance to earn back some of that money that we just spent. You find a unique job board that is made from protrusions of ice that are coming out of the wall. The information is chiseled into the blocks. That's cool. So, tree harvesters needed, ice sculptor needed, and wake up my husband. That's funny. Alrighty, so I just threw it on the floor. Okay, hopefully we won't need that. So, tree harvesters needed. You join a group of large, burly workers and hike out to the frozen forest for a day of tree harvesting. You use their specialized tools made of enchanted rotating blades to cut down these trees that seem to be made of rock or metal. So this is a Constitution roll, of which we are a +1. So, get space to roll 17, so we are 18. If the result is 13 or more, you enjoy the heavy lifting and hard work that a day's labor earns you. All the energy you spend helps keep you warm. You give some solid effort and are paid 7 gold for the work. Nice. All right. Okay, job number 2 is ice sculptor needed. A hopeful and soon-to-be shopkeep is trying to carve out a new store from the ice. He wants to sell candles and sweetened cream, but he is having trouble keeping the walls and ceiling together. The store keeps caving in, and he needs help finding out why so he can fix the problem. We probably won't be good at this, so this is an intellect roll. We have a 0 and reminder student, and we do not have that skill. So it is just what our D20 roll is. So it's a 15. Okay. Oh my gosh. We needed a 16. You are going to guess. So if the result is 15 or less, you are going to guess that the man is using an improper ceiling structure. You suggest using a dome and archway like many stonework buildings you have seen before. There may not be any stone buildings in this world, though, so the information may be lost to these people. The man is intrigued but finds the task might be more difficult than he hoped. He pays you 3 gold. All right. Okay. The only difference it looks like is how much he pays. So I'm fine with just 3 gold. We do have things that we can use, skills or chi points or bonus points to go up one, but 3 gold is not going to be that big of a difference for me, so we shall leave it. And the final job is wake up my husband. A newlywed woman is panicked and alarmed. She claims that she was unaware that her fiancé snored so loudly when they got married. Being desperate to get some rest, she bought a potion from a traveling salesman who promised it would help. Unfortunately, all it did was put him to sleep. He has been asleep for 3 days now and continues to snore loudly. Oh my gosh, this poor woman. Alrighty, so this is a wisdom roll, reminder, arcane, adept, of which we do not have. Our wisdom is a +3. And 16, so we are 19. Okay, perfect. If the result is 16 or more, you find the bottle that the potion came in and you examine the remaining contents. After identifying some of the ingredients, you are able to discover a way to wake the man. You whip up a little concoction and pour it down his throat. This wakes him up instantly. The newlywed wife is excited and in tears. She pays you 7 gold. Cool. Alrighty, so three jobs off the board are done. That's the only 3 that we get. And we get a total of 17 gold. So that is pretty good. Not bad for 1 page. And that is all I have for you today. So I will chat with you tomorrow. And I'm going to take a shower and get to reading the rest of the night and see if I can get through at least another 30-40% of that time I got drunk and saved a demon. But we'll see how it goes. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Hello, happy Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. I don't know why I always forget what day it is. It is 7 o'clock on the dot, which is the earliest I've filmed a clip, I think, in a while. I've been doing late night clips. But, you know, I'm planning on getting my couple clips filmed for today's vlogs and then spending the rest of the night reading. So I'm kind of excited to kind of be done a little bit early tonight. I could have worked on some things, but I was like, no, I just want to read. It's the readathon and I have time this weekend to work on stuff. So I'm not going to push it. I got my first cup of tea tonight, so I'm sure there will be at least one more later, but right now I'm drinking the Adagio Tea's candy apple with a touch of vanilla in it. So we'll just touch base. I don't even know how far I am in that time I got drunk and saved a demon. I did read last night. Okay, I'm 60% of the way through, so I should be able to finish it tonight. So yeah, I am still chugging away on that one, but it is going quicker than the previous book I read, which is nice. Other exciting book news. Today is the release date of Volume 3 of Lore Olympus. So this is the normal cover of Volume 3, and this one is the paperback one. I did order the special edition hardback from Barnes & Noble, and surprisingly, it already shipped. That is the earliest and closest to release date that a pre-order from Barnes & Noble has actually shipped for me. So we'll see how long it'll take to get here. It's shipped from Las Vegas, and usually it doesn't take that very long to get to me in Colorado with things coming from Vegas, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll get it yet this week. But I just wanted to say, look at the gorgeous, I love Lore Olympus, and I'm excited to read the bonus because the first couple ones have had an extra, I don't know, like, chapter seems not the right word, but that's what they are in Webtoon. But there's usually something extra added to the end that wasn't on the official webtoon, so I'm excited. Yep, there is one in here, so very cool. But yeah, I love Lore Olympus, so, and I'm excited to see the special edition hardback cover in person because this is gorgeous, but I'm excited. So outside of that, I got a package today from work, and it is fairly book-shaped, but the only other book I know that's not a pre-order that I haven't gotten notification of it being shipped is I got notified that my pre-order for Megan Van Dyke's The Ugly Stepsister shipped because I pre-ordered a signed copy with swag pack, but I got the notification earlier today, and it's coming from Florida, so it's not here yet, so I'm not sure what this is, but I figured I'd open it together and we'll see what fun thing I got. But it is book shaped. Oh, okay. Okay. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. If I was paying attention, it says the person's name. So, on National Read a Book Day, I won a copy of For Better or Worse by Erin LaRosa. I've heard really good things about this. I want to say this is her debut book. But on like National Read a Book Day, Bookcase and Coffee did like an not all day, but it was like a 12-hour reading event thing that I had on YouTube. It was on Labor Day. And I ended up winning a copy of this book signed from Erin LaRosa. So that's exciting. I totally even spaced that it was supposed to be here. Okay, so it looks like I got a special bookmark with a recipe on it. Pâtes à lardons. It's a pasta with bacon, shallots, garlic, dry white wine, pasta water, creme fraiche, and egg yolk. Interesting. That's exciting, and it is signed. It is signed. Oh my gosh. I've heard really good things about this, and she drew little hearts around the title too. That's super cute. I'm excited. I totally spaced that this was coming. I'll have to do a post on it on Instagram to be like, look what I got. Oh my gosh. I knew it was book related, but I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so she's published some nonfiction books before. So this is her first fiction, or at least her first romance. But if I remember correctly from what she was talking about during the live show, they're both chefs, and they're on like a celebrity cooking show. I want to say is like judges. And then they don't really get along very well, and then she ends up leaving the show, and then they reconnect afterwards, I think. Oh, that seems okay. I'll just read you the blurb. All chef Nina Lyon wants is to make a name for herself in the culinary world and inspire young women everywhere to do the same. For too long, she's been held back and underestimated by the male-dominated sphere of professional kitchens, and she's had enough. Now, as co-host of the competitive reality TV series, The Next Cooking Champ, she finally has a real shot at being top tier in the foodie scene. Too bad her co-host happens to be Hollywood's smarmiest jerk. Smarmiest. Ooh, I like that. Restaurateur Leo O'Donnell never means to get under Nina's skin. It just seems to happen, especially when the cameras are rolling. It's part of the anxiety and stress he has come to know all too well in this line of work. So nothing prepares him for the fallout after he takes one joke a smidge too far and Nina up and quits on live TV. To make matters worse, the two are caught in what looks like a compromising situation by the paparazzi, and fans of the show go absolutely wild. Turns out a secret romance between Nina and Leo may just be what their careers need most. Now all they have to do is play along without killing each other and without catching feelings. Easy as artisanal shepherd's pie, right? My gosh, this sounds super cute, and this is like a perfect time because this is when I feel like super like bakey and cookie, like the fall and winter months, just because it's like cozy. So I'm very excited for this, and hopefully I will be able to pick it up soon. I don't know if I'll get to it this month, but that's exciting. Plus a free recipe, plus I have another signed book. I don't get signed books too often, so that's super fun. Free books, never turn them down. And I was like feeling like silly because it has her name on it. It's from Erin LaRosa, but I totally spaced that. I was just like, California? I don't have anybody come who's sending me stuff from California that I know of, but you know, that's just what happens when you're silly. Alrighty. And that is all I really have. So let's do the quest calendar. Yesterday we did the 3 jobs that were available on the job board. So today, looks like we're hanging out at a bar, a tavern, something like that. Let's see if you'll hide my face. I don't know why I'm not focusing, but all right. You walk into the Not Tea and Nice Sickle. Not Tea and Nice Sickle Inn and pub for a drink to converse with the people, hoping to discover information about the priestess that Ta Zul'Dan mentioned. The place is quite dull and not as lively as the name would imply. Not tea, so T-E-A, they're 2 words, and nice sickle. Not tea and nice sickle. I don't know. I feel like there's a joke in there that I'm not getting, but okay, whatever. We will move on. So, visit with all the patrons. Choose one of the following roles for each. A is be friendly, which is a charisma roll, reminder, persuasive, or B, be threatening, which is a strength roll, reminder, intimidating. Even though our strength is a lot better, I am not threatening. So we are going to go, I don't know why we are struggling focusing today. I'm going to be friendly to everyone. I do not care. So the first patron is Tompkins, a bitter half-orc staring into his mug. How do we know he's bitter? All right. So our first roll, charisma, is a +1. And that is an 11, so we are at 12. So if the result is 11 or more, the priestess, her name is Gemma. She's great. I don't think you'd find anyone in this town that could say a bad thing about her. She's built up a lot of the city with her ice magic, put many people in homes, kept us alive and warm. Hilda, an indifferent elf who seems to be waiting for someone. Interesting. We'll try it again. Another 11. Weird. So 12. If the result is 11 or more, the reason ain't no one say anything bad about her. The reason ain't no one say anything bad about her. Okay, it is just weirdly written. About her is because she has eyes and ears everywhere. She got that ice magic. She can hear and see through all the ice in this city. Everyone's too afraid. Okay, Jiri, a gruff dwarf who is sharpening his knife. Fun. Okay. And I can't see you. All right, I'm going to just re-roll because it went really far back in a tiny little space. And I could not see. Ooh, that's a 2. All right, if the result is 10 or less, have a drink with me if you want to chat. Buy a few drinks for 3 gold to get an instant success. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Well, I had to get an honest job after the priestess came into town. There weren't too many guards in this town, and it was easy to do what I did, you know? Now, with her ice magic, she spawns them ice guards anytime and anywhere there's trouble. Now that I think about it, how does she know where trouble is? All right, and our final guy is Vlok, a depressed older human staring into a candle flame. This seems like another one of those, whoa, utopia places that seems perfect to find on the outside. Oh my gosh, this dice is just rolling all over for me, and now I don't know where it is. Where did you go? Okay. I'm having issues. 14, so 15 for Vlok. If the result is 11 or more, I've got nothing against her, really. The city sure does seem better than it ever was. Warm homes, plenty of food, but we all know someone who has had a friend or family member go missing mysteriously. I'm not implying anything by it, no. We used to lose more people due to the cold and starvation. Now, we just can't explain it. It is still better than it was. All right. We weren't sure if we were to trust the weird floating eyeball dude, but it sounds like everything isn't up and up in the town either, so I'm intrigued to see where this is going to go and if she actually ends up being a bad person or just kind of a neutral person or kind of what's going to happen with that. But that is that, and I'm going to film my other clip, and I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a good Wednesday. Also, tomorrow, I know this is after the fact when you're watching this, but tomorrow is Wednesday, October 12th. Tomorrow starts officially sweater season, aka tomorrow is the home opener, season opener for the Colorado Avalanche. Hockey is back. I am so excited. I'm gonna have to pick out a jersey to wear tomorrow, and I might wear my hat again, just to kind of wear my Stanley Cup Champions hat. And I am so excited for this upcoming season as defending champions, and I'm hoping my boys can do a back-to-back, because let's just say sports teams here in Denver like to do the back-to-backs championships, so I'm excited. We will see what happens, but I will see you all tomorrow and geek out more about hockey with you then, most likely. But I'll see you soon. Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy season opener day. I've got my jersey. I've got my earrings. I did my hair in a braid bun today. I'm ready for it. It is 6:20. Puck drop is at 7:30. 7 o'clock is when the banner raising and Stanley Cup celebration is supposed to start. We'll see how much TNT shows. Tonight it is on TNT, so it's on national. And usually, because they're the second game in a head-to-head, usually if the first game goes over, then I missed the first part of the Avalanche game. But I really, really hope that they dual stream it, or they make the Avalanche one main, because raising the Stanley Cup banner, one team gets to do it once a year. And if you're not going to allow the local places to at least broadcast that portion of it, let's give fans who cannot go to the game the chance to see that, because it's a big deal as a fan of the team that won. But anyway, let me try to get through things fairly quickly here. Last night I did finish. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. My final rating is at a 3.5. 5, but I did round up to 4 stars on Goodreads. So like I said, for all of my thoughts, check out my Love in the Night readathon vlog when that goes up. But otherwise, I will tell you what I used it for my other readathons. For Fall in Love, I used this for outdoor background on the cover. For Bang in the Night, I used this for I'm Horny, which is a main character with horns. And my Frank Sinatra song that I chose for a theme song for this one is Come Fly With Me. And then for Color Me Romantic, I use this for white on the cover. So the color white and then I chose white on the cover. So there's that. Tonight, if I have time before the game starts or like during intermissions or something, I do plan on starting the group book for Love in the Night, and that is the Captive Merman's Promise. I don't know why I'm trying to remember it when I can just look at my Kindle. The Captive Merman's Promise by Zoe Castile. This is the 5th book in the I don't know why I'm struggling with this word today. Peculiar. I don't know why I'm like, my brain is just, my tongue is malfunctioning. Peculiar Tastes. See, now I'm thinking about it too hard. So now it's not going to come out right, but you know what I'm trying to say, hopefully. And this is a multi-author series. Also, I should mention, if I did not mention it before, that time I got drunk, that entire series is on KU, and this is also on KU. So, more KU reads, which is fun. Hi, Rinks. And then we'll do the quest calendar. So, let me just grab my stuff here. Usually, I try to get pre-set up, but that did not happen today. And I'm just going to take out my D20 to be on the safe side. If I can find it. There it is. Okay. Little guy. Alrighty. So yesterday we went to a tavern in place and were able to talk to several different people. Alrighty. Okay. So it looks like we are at a different ice castle temple thing. So let's see what we are doing today. A temple made of ice is slightly disconnected from the main city, but it isn't a far walk. The building isn't carved from ice like the rest of the city. It seems to have grown upward from the ground. The temple is closed for the day. You will need to find a way inside. So A, pick the lock, which is a dexterity roll, reminder, locksmith. B, climb up to an open window, strength roll, reminder, athlete. And C is bash in the doors, which is just roll damage. So I'm going to go with the strength roll. That's the option I usually take when we have these types of situations. So our strength is a +3. And then I just want to double check. Okay, so yep, and so we do have athlete, and then that is also given to us by our follower, so we get a total of +2 from both of those, so a total of +7 to our D20 roll. So let me roll our strength. Let's find a space. I can't see what that is. It's a 13, so we are at 20 exactly, and we are doing option B. If the result is 15 or more, you are able to climb up to an open window and get inside. Perfect. And that is all I have for today. So I'm going to get to reading Merman's Captive and get through as much of that as I can in the next half hour. I'm trying to decide if I want to work on other projects. I know I have a crochet project I need to get finished this weekend that I have not started yet, but it shouldn't take me very long. And I also have not posted a review the last couple days because I stopped prepping and I did not prep reviews for this current week, last week. So I could definitely work on those and then try to catch up on my backlog because I'm already running a little bit behind, but we'll see what I end up doing tonight. I could just end up being sucked into this book and reading during commercial breaks. So we'll see what happens, but I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a good night. Happy Thursday. As you can tell, there is another game tonight. They're starting the season off with a back-to-back. The Avs did win 5-2 last night. It was a great way to start the season. That first shift, they came out flying and ready to play. A lot of teams you'll see will be a little rusty, or they're still kind of getting things going, and it felt like they won the cup 2 weeks ago, not 3 months ago. I'm just so happy hockey's back. So, and I'm wearing my away jersey because they are in Calgary tonight. So, quick updates. Last night I did finish the Captive Merman's Promise. I'm going to give this 4 stars. It was interesting. I haven't read too many mermaid paranormals or just mermaid romances in general, and it definitely I was getting Little Mermaid, dark, gender swapped Little Mermaid vibes, and I'm okay with that because that was my favorite Disney movie growing up. So it was fun. But as with everything else, definitely check out my vlog to hear more of my overall thoughts on it. But for my reading challenges, for Fall in Love, I use this for diverse main character or side character. The merman character is, I guess he's not really classified as anything, but I'm gonna say he's I don't know. His first relationship was with a guy, so I don't really understand exactly where he might or might not be on the LGBTQ spectrum, but he's on there somewhere. And the heroine is also Mexican, Latinx, something like that. She's a bruja. So she is a witch from, I believe, the Mexican culture, but it doesn't really talk too much, or maybe just Spanish. Or her ancestors are from Spain. Something like that. So I used it for that. For Color Me Romantic, I'm using this for mint green, and I'm going with the option for a story you found refreshing, and this is something unique and something. So I went with that because it was just a good little short novella. It was just over 100 pages, so it was just kind of a quick palette cleanser. So I thought that would work perfect. And then for Bang in the Night, I put a spell on you, which is something that deals with magic. And the Frank Sinatra song I chose from his volumes 1 through 5 of the Reprise Rarities was The Hurt Doesn't Go Away, because the female heroine, Amada, who I constantly kept reading in my head as Amanda, and I was like, no, there's no N, it's Amada. Her family, or the women in her family, has been cursed that when, I don't 100% understand if it's they love someone and the someone loves them, or if it's just if the someone loves them. I think it's just if the other person falls in love with them, then they die really quickly, or they don't last very long. So she ends up taking her familial curse all into herself, and so the hurt doesn't go away. Everybody has this long dealings with the pain and the grief from this curse over these different generations, and she also, as the one bearing the entirety of the curse, has like flashbacks of all these other things. So I thought that was a good one to kind of go with her situation with the whole curse stuff. But I have not picked up anything else. I did not start anything. I just read that and then went to bed because it was already super late with the game, and then they did the banner raising ceremony and all these extra things. So tonight I do plan on finally starting No Rest for the Wicked, and I was hoping I could get through more than 3 books through the readathon, but this one will at least cover the other prompts I have left in the scavenger hunt for it so far. So even if I just read this one, I'll at least find all of the items on the scavenger hunt. So we'll see what happens tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Technically the readathon ends on Saturday, but I might push it till Sunday since I didn't get to read too much this previous Sunday. But I'll let you know in my other one what I decide to do about that. But anyway, I plan on picking this up next. Otherwise, let's just do the quest calendar. The puck is about to drop on the game tonight, so I want to try to get through things here. So we found the ice temple. It is different, and we believe that this is where the priestess is going to be. So we climbed inside. Alrighty, and looks like we have a map. So we start at the S, and we will have to travel our way through, ending up at the star. So we will obviously go through 1, and then 3 is this main room, and then I'll say 5. So we'll just go straight down here to 5, and then we'll look at 4, 2, come down here to 6, and then make our way down here. So we'll just come down and then make a circle and then end up at the star. But let's read the description first. Ice Temple of Nij. The inside of the temple is spacious with high vaulted ceilings. The sounds of your footsteps echo in the chapel beyond. In the distance, you can hear the faint chattering of voices. Oh no. Okay. Alrighty, so room number 1 is where we start. The entryway has some ice carvings depicting the goddess of winter, Nij. There is also a small chalice of water for those who wish to bless themselves before entering the temple. What do you know of this ritual? Roll intellect. Reminder, student. We are not a student, but our intellect is a 0. So let's see what happens. Okay, that is an 18, so we are at 19. All right, if the result is 8 or more. The water is made from melted snow that has been blessed by the priestess. Do you choose to touch the water? Yeah, might as well. Honor whatever temple this is. If yes, this is holy water. It removes the cursed condition if you have it. You collect enough to make 1 holy water. So I'll have to add that to our inventory. Alrighty, so then we will enter into the big cavern area, which is area 3. The grand hall for worship is fitted with several pews for sitting. There are large windows using different thicknesses of ice to act as stained glass. That's really cool. The fading light lets in certain beauty that you haven't seen yet in the harshness of this world. So another intellect roll, reminder, investigator this time. So still a +0. That is a 13. Ooh, what do we need? Ha! If the result is 13 or more, you find where the collection plates are stored, and someone has left 4 gold. Are they expecting us to take this gold? It just says you find... I don't want to take... I don't want to take the 4 gold. I'm not going to take the 4 gold. That seems weird. Okay. But it's written like they expect you to just take it. Alrighty, so 5. The altar at the front of the room holds a large book atop it, open to some passage that reads, "One must endure the harsh snowfall to be blessed with the healing properties of water." Another intellect roll reminder investigator. And that is a 16. Okay, if the result is 11 or more, there is a shelf inside the altar with several empty bottles. You find one full bottle. It is a healing potion. These were all healing potions. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't... Okay. I'm not going to take it because that just seems weird. Alrighty, and then we were going to go to 4. There is a section of small rooms that act as confessionals. Okay. Another intellect reminder investigator roll. All right, that is a 1, so 2. If the result is 7 or less, you find no one inside of these rooms. Okay. If we had passed that roll, we would have gotten more gold. That just seems weird. I don't know, because it's a temple, so I like equivalate it to like a church, and I don't know, that just seems weird to be stealing, even if it just fell out of somebody's pocket. It just, like, to take that money, it seems weird to me. But anyway, we will continue on. So, room number 2. This is a large storage room. Search through this room. Okay. So, intellect reminder investigator once again. This is a 17. If the result is 15 or more, add 1 meal ration, a bottle of aged wine, and 3 gold to your inventory. Okay. I mean, but that one says to specifically add it to your inventory, so I will do that. Okay, 6. This appears to be a nearly empty living chamber with modest furnishings. There are very few amenities and frivolous items. You find nothing of value here. Why are we just looting this temple? It just is giving me weird vibes. Okay, and that is it. We're at the star. So once again, this is the entrance. We came down. This is the main hall area where we found the collection plates, of which I did not take the money in them. Down here was the altar where there were the healing potions. These are the confessional spaces. Here is the storage area that we just kind of looted. And then this is the living area that has nothing of value. So now we are down here into the star area, which is where I'm assuming we are hearing the voices that are talking. So we will see what happens tomorrow, and if we finally come across this priestess, and hopefully the fact that we looted the storage room is not going to come back to bite us. But that's the only room I'm actually taking anything out of. And if anything, I just want the meal ration. I don't really need another thing of aged wine or the gold. But I'll take the aged wine and the gold because it specifically tells you to. So alrighty, that's it for today. Tomorrow we are at Friday and we are ending this week, and I'm excited to see where we kind of go with this temple. So I will see you all tomorrow. Hello, happy Friday. As you can see, I've got Rink hanging out with me, and Cheese is over there. She's on her bed, so I've got both the girls in here with me. So happy Friday. It is almost 9:30 and I was gonna get ready to kind of go to bed and get all cozy, and was like, oh no, I need to film my clips and actually film it so I can say I filmed it properly on Friday instead of doing it on the weekend, because I totally screw things up. But I have some things to talk about today before we talk about bookish stuff and the quest calendar. So I guess these are kind of bookish adjacent anyway. But surprisingly, today I got my special edition of Lore Olympus Volume 3. This is the hardcover Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so this is different artwork. It's gorgeous. This one just has Persephone, and then the back is super pretty too. And yes, I buy both copies of this book, but I love this series so much. It has... This and Let's Play are the two that I will spend my money on, because I have backed all iterations of Let's Play so far in Kickstarter. Not all iterations. I haven't splurged and got the big gamer editions yet, even though I really want them because they come with like gamer stuff, like their own set of dice and dice bowls and stuff. But anyway, those two are my favorite webtoons. So that was exciting package today. And then what I also got today, and I decided to wait, so I'll have to pull up my email and make sure that I got everything correctly, but there is someone, Polia Designs, on Kickstarter. She does enamel pins and stickers and stuff, and I've gotten her stuff before, and she recently had a campaign that was bookish stuff. A lot of it was like fantasy themed, but in it was more generically bookish stuff, and it all kind of had like a space coloring, and of course I obsessed and I bought way too many stickers, but they're stickers, so it's not like they were pricey. And during one of the updates, she asked for recommendations of either tropes or other bookish ideas that she didn't already have, because she had, I want to say, a whole bunch of designs. I ended up getting 25 stickers, and then she ended up being able to unlock more designs, so then I had to like go through, because I got the sticker pack, but then she unlocked so many extra designs I actually had to go through and pick the like 25 stickers I got or something crazy. And I mentioned, you know, some romance book tropes, because that would be super fun. And she sent me a message back and she was like, yes, 100% yes, except I'm planning on doing a separate Kickstarter of pins and stickers all centered around romance. So I'm going to link this Kickstarter down below, and then you can follow her on Kickstarter, and that way you can see and like when she releases it. But I definitely will be backing it. I've backed her stuff before, and I just love her artwork. The stuff that I've done before, I want to say, was like cat or dragon designs, but I'm very excited. Okay, so we got a pretty thank you card. So this is like kind of the theme of everything, was this kind of spacey galaxy stuff. Oh, look, here's her website right here. Polia Design. So P is in Paul, OLLIADESIGN. So Polia Design. So, okay, I'll link her down. She says that she's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So I'm sure when she announces that other Kickstarter. So I'll do that instead of linking to the Kickstarter. Thank you for supporting this campaign. I hope you love all of your new items and that they spark fun conversations with other book lovers out in the wild. Aw. Okay. And I love her. She's very sweet, the little bit of contact that I've had with her. So I did end up getting 2 enamel pins and then my sticker pack. So, and then I actually upgraded the pins so that they would be on like gift bookmark backing sheets instead of just like little backing sheets, because I was like, no, I will be saving these as bookmarks. So we will open one here. I don't remember everything that I got, so like I said, I'll have to pull up my list and just double check, make sure everything's. So here is, oh, that's right. So this one is Rainy Day Reads. Can we focus? So we've got a cup of coffee or tea, and then books in a nook, and it's raining outside. And then I'll take off the backing here. I'll take the pin off so you can see what the backing sheet is, that I will definitely be using this as a bookmark because it's pretty. Even though there are holes in it, I don't care. So gorgeous. And her stuff is just really well done. So there it is without the backing sheet. Super pretty. I love all the books on the bottom. And then, so here is one side. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a very faint book design. And then the back, it's just one more chapter. You can see like the blue. Okay, and and her packaging says that it is compostable, so that is super cool. If you care about that type of thing. And then the other pin I got, I'm gonna pop it off this time so I can just put it up nice and close to you. If I can get this backing off. Okay. Now I'm not going to look at it. I'm looking at the back of it so we can look at it together. I'm super excited. And, so cute. Don't talk to me. I'm at the good part. And then the spine of the book says, shh, no, go away. I love it. I love it. So, don't talk to me. I'm at the good part. Oh, I love it. It's so fun. And then the backing one that I got on this one has the same white design here. And then the other is really pretty. A cozy chair with mountains and space and stuff in the background. I love that. That is so gorgeous. And there's this really pretty sheen on it too. These are so well done. I love her artwork. It's so pretty. And now the stickers. I am so hyped for these. Okay, so all right, so, freebie sticker of her design, Polia. Okay, so I have these all back, so we will go through them. Okay, so here is Adventure. So pretty. I love it. And then this one, this is the sticker version of the enamel pin I got. Don't talk to me. I'm at the good part. Shh. I love that it's shh, no. Instead of just shh, it's shh, no. I'm not that sassy in real life, I feel like. I'll read them all someday. And then this is a fantasy one. Definitely Excalibur vibes. And then this one says, canceling plans to finish a book. Okay, and then even though this one's knitting, and I'm a crocheter, not a knitter, I had to get it because it's audiobooks and crafting. And I thought it was super cute, which I have not tried doing yet. I've done other things while listening to audiobooks, but I haven't tried crafting yet. So that might be something I look into. Oh, let me just throw things around here. And then this one, Old Book Smell. And then that has like some gold foiling on it. That's pretty. And then this is the Rainy Day Reads. So this is the sticker version of the enamel pin I got. Ah! It's a little witch kitty. And then there is some like foiling on the stars in the background. You're just going to town on that, aren't you? And then this one, you got the crystal ball and the candle and crystals. So this is like a divination one. And then this says, I can stop anytime I want, but obviously I'm going to need to finish this book first. Alrighty. And the next one. Book Witch. Yeah, and there we go. We can get the foiling there. So cool. Alrighty, and the next. This one gave me total Legolas vibes. So we got the archer riding the horse running across the book. And then the moonlit sky. I just love the vibe of these with like the nighttime. This is like perfect for Taylor Swift's Midnights, which is coming out next Friday. I cannot wait. And then this one is cozy reading by the fire with a kitty in the lap. Gorgeous. Don't you just love this artwork? I love this artwork. I love her. And then this, oh yeah, this is the hidden book nook. So there's like a hidden room in her library where she's like curled up reading. And then reading in space. I'm covering up Saturn here. There we go. I mean, even astronauts need to read, right? And then here is From the Stars to the Sea. We got mermaids. Oh. And this one is a node to my gaming. This is a D20 book. But it's got lock and key. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. And then, oh, he's so cute, a book dragon. He's sleeping. Ugh. So while these aren't all like fantasy based, they definitely give like fantasy vibes. And then I dropped one. What did I drop? Where did it go? Oh my gosh. You're being loud over there. Oh, and then this one. Just mug love on a book. Super cute. Ah, I love them. I think that's all of them. There's none in my head that I'm thinking of. They're probably all there, but I love them. So like I said, I will link Polia design down below because I cannot wait to see what she does with the romance ones. I will be backing her stickers for sure. Okay, outside of that, I did last night start. I did not get very far, but then No Rest for the Wicked. But then when I got home from work today, I have done some reading of this. And I'm definitely enjoying myself. I am 186 pages. So I'm about that far in. I'm using my Save the Bees bookmark. And I'm just enjoying this. Ugh. Sebastian is breaking my heart. Oh, this poor boy. This poor boy needs his love, and all he wanted was a life. But okay, I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm going to save all my gushing for my Love in the Night vlog. But I am definitely enjoying this, and I'm so happy I was able to find one of the older style covers. I love these older ones, although part of me wants to get the new ones because they all look the same to have some cohesion, but I don't have all of the books yet. And I've been trying really hard not to buy books. I've been doing really good outside of books that I already had pre-ordered or were new releases of authors that I specifically always get on release day if I didn't pre-order them. But Amazon had some big Prime sale for like early holiday shopping, and at the same time Thrift Books had some deals going on. So I bought some books from Thrift Books. And I got, because I have this book, and I have the first two in paperback. And then the next Cressley Cole book I have in paperback is, because this is book 5. So I don't have 3 and 4 in paperback. So I ordered those, and hopefully they come with this style of cover. But we will see. I specifically went through the editions and got the ones that said that those were the cover, and I checked the ISBNs. So hopefully they show up right. But if anything, I'll just keep waiting and looking. I'm sure I'll find them at some point. It's not a big deal, but I know I will want to continue on with the series. And I don't know how I ended up buying book 5 before I bought book 3, but who knows what happens. I also was able to find they had a bunch of older books that I have had on my Thrift Books wish list since I started using Thrift Books years ago. And I usually try to only buy books from Thrift Books if they're in very good or like new condition. Every once in a while, if it's a rare book, I will get it in good. And sometimes my good condition books arrive and are in better condition than the very good condition books, but I'm excited to see what condition they show up, and if they are at least in as good as this one, because this one I think was a good, and it's a little more cracked than I prefer, and it's got a weird wrinkle on his face, which is annoying, but it's fine. It's still pretty. But I'm hoping that they show up, and they show up in decent condition, because I'm very excited about some of the ones that they finally had in stock. And sometimes these ones, if you don't see them, a couple of them are silhouettes or harlequins, every once in a while they will jack up the prices to like $8 or $9 for a used one, but all of them were only like $3 or $4. So I'm really hoping they're in a good condition. And I told myself, just this one order, and I didn't spend very much, and I had a lot more in my cart. It was like $60, and I was like, nope, we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna bring it down to just meet the minimum of the sale, but to get the best out of the sale, because you know how like the more you buy, the more you save. And so I hit the minimum of the highest tier. So I ended up, I think, getting 10 or 11 books. And it definitely could have been a lot more. So I had to kind of pick and choose which ones I wanted, but I went with the most rare first. But anyway, I'll gush about those when I get those. Otherwise, happy release day to Elsie Silver. Today, Heartless came out. I was saving a space on my KU for it, so I got it immediately. I was actually up late last night, so I got it at midnight my time. It might have been up earlier, but I got it at midnight my time because I was up for the Avalanche game, listening to post-game stuff. So I just got to get through the Love in the Night readathon, and then I need to figure out if it's going to work for any of the prompts on Bang in the Night, so I have an excuse to read it right away. Not that I need an excuse to read it right away, but I also need to start the Rake Appreciation Society book. I don't know. I have a lot going on, and I need to crochet a birthday gift for not this weekend, but the next coming weekend, but it shouldn't take very long. And then tomorrow, Saturday, is the next 2 weeks get uploaded for my gingerbread crochet along blanket. So that will start. So I want to start working on that, because as we get larger on the blanket, it will take longer time, and I don't want to get too far behind, because what happened last year is I got behind and then I just stopped trying to catch up. So I don't want to get behind. You know, and since I'm just rambling at you, 2 other things real quick. When I got home from work, I did watch the season finale of She-Hulk. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I love the fourth wall breaking stuff. It was so fun. And I was like, are they going there? Are they really going there? And I was like, they are. Okay, all right, let's do it. And I felt like there was a couple little lulls, but the way that everything just kind of came back and pieced itself together, I'm very happy. And we may or may not see her next in a movie, and I need to listen to my Avengers podcast on it. I saw it was up this morning, so I can get all their takes because I don't know as much about She-Hulk or Hulk in the Marvel universe, not just the MCU. And so I need to know more about who Hulk showed up with in the end. And I don't know, I'm very excited. And then before I filmed this clip, I watched the season finale of Lord of the Rings, The Five Rings, The Power of the Rings, The Power of Five Rings. I don't know. The Lord of the Rings TV show. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. But I will say I was freaking right in 2 accounts, and I knew that they both were a trick, and I knew one was a trick in the show, and I knew the other one was a trick by the showrunners to try to get us to fall for it, and then it wasn't, and then I was just like, I knew it! I knew it! What are you doing to my kitty? Excuse you! You're rinky dink. Can I help you? Hey, that is not yours. That is her food. You're being naughty. Join this. Chew your bone. Chew your chew. I'm not going to hold it while you lick it. Take it. Put it in your mouth. She is ridiculous. Alrighty. I'm going to let her out to go wander. But, oh, wait. Never mind. Hold that thought. Rings. I'm too far over. Okay, there you go. I'm free. Okay, she wanted to go out there. And then she just opened the door. You just want the door open, don't you? Oh my gosh, now that little stick thing that she was chewing on is stuck under the door. How did you do that? I thought you wanted to leave. Really, you're gonna lay in my remote? I swear. I swear. Okay, we need to do the quest calendar. I was gonna wrap up and I was like, oh wait. So yesterday we went through the Temple of Nij, went through the bottom floor and ended up at the stars. Oh! Okay, yeah, we found the voices, but not what I was expecting. It looks like we found a prison. Well, you get nearer to the source of many voices chattering. You open the door to reveal a prison filled with several people. You are shocked to discover prisoners locked in a temple. Maybe you can find out why they are here and free them. So converse with the prisoners is number 1, and number 2 is optional, free the prisoners. Okay, so I need my dice. All right, D20. That is a D12. I think I just want the D20. I don't think we're going to be fighting. Okay. Alrighty, so converse with the prisoners. Choose one of the following rules for each. Be friendly, which is charisma, reminder, persuasive, or be threatening, which is a strength roll, reminder, intimidating. Be friendly once again. Okay, so Jonas. Here we go, and once again, our charisma is a +1. So, woohoo. Oh, 19. Alrighty, 20. If the result is 11 or more, I was just a little disorderly after a night at the pub. I can't remember what happened, but I woke up here and was bloody. I've been here for several nights. Can you please let me out? Okay, the next is Erling. And that is a natural 20. Alrighty, so 21. And then for him, if the result is 11 or more, I probably do deserve this. I was fighting with some other ice fishers over a good spot. My anger got the best of me, and I pulled out my knife. Things got out of hand, and I regret that decision. Okay. And then a 10 is our third roll. This is for Sven. So 11. Okay. If the result is 11 or more, look, I may not have been the best person. I have lied and stolen things, but I don't deserve this. I haven't seen my family. I don't think anyone knows I'm here. Optional, free the prisoners. I mean, they all seem like if they did do something bad, they've kind of repented from this situation, and I doubt they want to be back here. So I'm going to free the prisoners so we can pick the lock or break the bars. I'm going to try picking the lock first. Even though we don't have locksmith, our dex is pretty good at a +6. Alrighty, so that is an 11. So we are 17. Perfect. If the result is 17 or more, you unlock the cell and free the prisoners. Gain 1 virtue point. We cannot, we are at the max of +10, but we are just continuing in our track of being good people. And that is it. That is how we end this week. Freeing the prisoners in the temple, who we didn't even know were there. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. Thank you so much for coming with me on this week. I know it's kind of been all over the place. And like I keep mentioning, stay tuned for my Love in the Night readathon to get my deeper thoughts on the books that I read this week. And we will see how many books I can manage to finish tomorrow. I'm hoping to get through most of the rest. No rest for The Wicked tonight, and then try to finish it tomorrow. And then maybe pick up 1 or 2 novellas. And then Sunday I plan on picking up the Rake Appreciation Society book, but that will all be in next week's vlog, so that's no big deal. But thank you so much for coming with me on this journey. If you'd like to let me know what you thought of She-Hulk and Lord of the Rings, if you've been watching those, or if not, you just want to leave an emoji, leave me something fantastical for all these fantasy shows that I've been adoring. And I will see you all very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials. You know the drill. And I will see you all very, very soon.